chase to condition 10.
Hey everyone, Ken here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I have a kind of a team video. It's gonna be a massive Majorette unboxing video. I have a whole bunch of brand new stuff, some Majorette premium cars with the little box artwork and the special Mercedes theme. Also I have the brand new street cars, a few off series, and also a brand new other set. This is the 1/64 scale collection. Got these two cars to open up today, and yeah, overall a whole bunch of new castings, new colors to take a look. And if we have time here at the end of the video, we're also gonna take a look at these two Maisto speed icons and this kind of unusual pack I found at Walmart with a very cool Lamborghini Murcielago. So let's install the camera and open up these vehicles. Since this is gonna be a pretty long video, I'm just gonna quickly show you the cars in the package, and then we're gonna take a look at them unboxed out of the package. This is a new Isuzu truck. Got a Mercedes taxi. It's a new casting, the Rimac Nevada in this very special chameleon color. Two versions of the Chevrolet C10 pickup truck. Got this BMW safety car. Two of this also new casting. This is the Iveco Hero Cargo truck. A new color for the Renault Master Ambulance. A new casting, the Volvo SD180 roller. Two versions of the Dodge Charger Hellcat, civilian and police. And finally, for the street cars, the Toyota Yaris rally car. So that's for the street cars. For the 1/64 scale collection, we got this very cool 1985 Chevrolet Camaro, kind of this matte blue. And we got the Porsche 930 Turbo from 1975. For the Mercedes-AMG collection, we got this new casting, I believe, the AMG A35 in green with some gold striping. Also have this GLC 63S AMG in blue with orange striping. And we got the classic of the classics, the G-Wagon in black with gold rims. We're gonna continue with the Mercedes team with this other AMG A35. This one is in matte black. Looks very cool. Our G-Wagon, this one in silver. We got this AMG G63. Might be a new casting. I don't recall seeing this one before. This is in white. Got this CLE 53 AMG in red. I also believe this is new. And we got another color of the GLC in this kind of a green color. And for the final ones, the speed icons, we got the Ferrari Monza in a nice red color. We also have the Porsche 911 GT2 RS in silver. And for the street pack, the Corvette C6R, the Lamborghini Murcielago LP670 SV, and a Range Rover. Let's start with the street cars first, because these are the ones that I have the most on the table today. So these are basically your Hot Wheels competition, your $1, $2 Majorette cars. And they're pretty cool, especially for the price that you're paying here in Canada. They're about $2 each. Let's start with the Charger Hellcat. We're gonna open the civilian version and the police version. These cars debut in the Jetta form in the United States as new castings. We did not see these two cars in the Majorette line since today. So these are brand new, and I'm really happy to finally have one of each casting in my hands today. So this is the police version. I'm not sure if these are brand new wheels, but they are the best ones, especially for a police car, but they might be new. These are 5-spoke wheels with the deeper dish rim. This one's the police Tempo with the silver accent on the doors of the car. Says this one emergency 911. This one have a blue light bar. And it appears that this piece, just like the Matchbox, is the same part of the window. So no longer individual piece for the light bars for the cheaper line. They will still have probably individual insert piece for the more premium Majorette line, like the City and the other stuff. And we lost the focus. This is the Dodge emblem in the back. This one have the spoiler for the Hellcat. You can see same for the hood. Nice tempo for the headlights. And this is the base here. Does have a scale on the bottom, a 1/64 scale they claim for this car. And for the civilian version, we have this weird green color with these 5-spoke wheels, different wheels. I don't think they fit so well for this one. Probably have been a better choice of wheel for this car, but whatever. Same tempo for the taillight. A little bit better because it's green, so you see better than the black police charger. So you have a little badge SRT here on the grill. So I got two of the police version. Am I gonna use them in the future police chase video? It's gonna have to see. Let's keep going for the emergency vehicle since we are kind of started with that. The police charger. This is the BMW safety station wagon car with the new ugly design for the front grille of this BMW. Really hate those things. Safety cars, it says on the side. These are more recent. I think there's almost 15 spoke wheels. They're ridiculous, but pretty cool. Here's the back. Here, just like Matchbox, they start to use the little pole here on the back instead of the just insert license plate technique. With the base. And on this one, does it have a scale? No scale on this one, strangely. But it's a nice car, like this BMW. Looks pretty nice. The Roadmaster is next. Ambulance. This is a pretty heavy casting. You can see all the yellow you see here is metal. So at least Majorette did not cut on the casting. Still all nicely detailed in metal. The Matchbox version is all plastic. Feels very cheap in hand, so this one's pretty nice. It says ambulance, emergency medical service on the side with the red striping, blue emergency logo. Ambulance. That's your basic tempo for the headlights with the Renault logo. Nothing on the back. That would have been nice to have some chevron and other emergency details for this ambulance, but it is what it is. It's a basic Majorette for $2. Cannot complain too much, especially if you have an all metal body. This is an interesting one, the Volvo roller. I don't think this one's gonna have any moving parts, but yes, it does not have any moving parts. That would have been very interesting if they did that. The yellow's metal is pretty light, I'm gonna say, because this casting is pretty narrow. Got your Volvo logo here on the engine compartment. It says SD60B here, little tiny Volvo logo here. Nice roller, it's a nice model. And nothing on the base other than Majorette. Again, no scale. This is kind of disappointing. Hopefully Majorette does not do that with all their new castings, because kind of miss the days that they always put the scale on the chassis of their vehicles. But anyway, let's take a look at this new casting also, the Iveco Euro Cargo. I was pretty excited to see this truck. And we have a debut with two versions. We have a BP fuel tanker, and we got also this garbage truck. Pretty cool. Just gonna open also this truck BP tanker. Now, unfortunately, I think I won't be able to do a custom Majorette 600 series with this casting because the cab is too narrow and too small for the 600 series chassis. But hopefully Majorette will also do maybe a bigger casting release for the Transporter series in one day. I really hope they do. But for now, this is the model we have for the Majorette Street line of cars. So the BP fuel tanker, you got your cab here, which is white. Iveco says on the front grille. There's painted accent for the grille. Also, the headlights are silver. Interior looks to be pretty nice. The detail. This one has construction wheels, typical for trucks. And for the garbage truck version, it says recycling here on the garbage compactor. This one has white mud flaps on the back, just like the BP fuel tanker. So it's probably just a chassis go straight to the piece. This one have inserts for the not inserts, but they are molded cherries on the top of the cab for this truck. No moving part, unfortunately. And overall, they're pretty much the same casting, just a few minor differences. Pretty cool trucks. The Chevrolet C10 is next on the list. I personally will like this version better because it looks more stocky. But I did purchase also this one with some weird flames. And I believe this truck will also be seen in the future Majorette, what's that called already? The Vintage series. Here we go. With a chrome base in a different paint color. Well, absolutely need to get my hands on that thing. But anyway, this is the streetcar version. So this is more of a basic blue. Get your white interior. So same thing as Matchbox, you can cut off on this one. It's not a full metal bed. Nice detail on the front here. Get your silver accent for the headlights. No opening hood, nothing. Single mirror on the side. Kind of a basic interior for this one. No suspension, by the way, for these vehicles. Very also basic base. Doesn't add a scale on this one. Again, no scale on this guy, unfortunately. So it seems to be the new trend for the newer Majorette vehicle. No more scale on the base of each vehicle. And this is the other version with the flames on it. It's not too bad. It's not my kind of thing. But it was just a plain red truck. Maybe with the stripe would be a little bit better. And I forgot to show you that this one has the Chevrolet embossed into the back bed cover here. Not the bed cover, but the bed panel here. Anyway, so it's pretty cool. Oops, I moved my background a bit too much. And the last one is this Toyota Yaris, and this one features suspension. I think because this guy was also featured in the rally car series that he had with this kind of this premium packaging, but unfortunately I did not found that one with all the racing tempo. That would have been nice to find, but you do get suspension for this one, but unfortunately the wheels are very small, so you don't have that much bounce for this car. It says Majorette.com on the side of the door with the red striping. This is just a black car, but I kind of like the body kit they made for this one. Very nice detail. Don't really like the wheels on this one though. Don't fit. You get your big huge wing in the back here, and big huge skirts and other detail. This one again, fortunately no scale on this one, but it is a pretty cool casting. I like it. But again, compare for the garbage truck, that doesn't make sense. But it's just like Matchbox, you know. They are not very scaled to be realistic, but they need to be fit in the blister. Okay, so now let's switch with these a little bit more premium package, even though they're not so different compared to the street cars, but sometimes they have opening features and suspension, and this is the case for this Mercedes taxi. I forgot that they changed a little bit of the packaging, so now it's a little bit more difficult to open up than it was back in the day. But I guess we're gonna deal with it. So now we have more of the traditional Majorette style here. In her hand, you got separate piece here for the taxi emblem. This one have a nice opening feature in the back, which is the tailgate. If I can just try to open this up. If I have my old hobby knife here, trying to grab the tailgate. Where is it? Where's my knife? Come on, man. Here we go, I have it. So knife opening trunk for this one. Nothing on it, so you can fill all of your baggage if you want to. This one has the tow hitch, so that's interesting. If you want to tow a little small caravan, opens and shut nicely. This one has a window piece on the tailgate, so it's nice and realistic. This one has the more older, basic 10-spoke Majorette wheels. They're not so great, but they do the job. This one has a nice Mercedes emblem on the front with the inserts. Same part as the window piece for the headlights. Very nice car, and it kind of remembers me of the first Majorette cars, the very expensive one, the Citroën. They have two versions, the Taxi and the Auto École version. And this is kind of a remember of this new casting from these older cars. The Isuzu truck, this is interesting. This could be a Majorette 600 series custom. The cab is bigger than the compared to the Iveco, definitely bigger. Even though I don't think Isuzu ever made tractor trailers with these cabs, could be wrong, but definitely not the same typical vehicle. This is enormous compared to the Iveco. You can see right here, definitely not the same scale. This one has the opening back door for the container. This is Isuzu all the way around. Nice metal cab. Got your extra deflector on the top here. Looks pretty cool. This one's the right-hand drive version, so typical Japanese truck. Pretty nice. No suspension, unfortunately, and no... this one has a scale, actually, on it. It says 1/60th scale. I don't think, however, this is true 1/60th scale, because if you compare it to my other videos like Diecast promotion trucks, these are definitely smaller. But anyway, pretty nice truck. And pretty heavy too, especially for the cab. Looks very heavy. So I like this truck. It's pretty nice. Another car that's pretty nice is this Rimac Nevera, which is very weird chameleon color. This has an old series of cars you can see on the back here. You can have all different colors for this car. I personally only picked one model because the other ones, they were cool. I was kind of wanted to get them, but fortunately I had $6 Canadian for every single one of each. It's got to be a little bit more expensive, especially considering the other Majorettes are much cheaper than that. So I only pick up this version from my collection. I think this is the best version because it's very rare to see a manufacturer doing a weird color like this one, and it looks pretty nice. So at what angle you look at this car, it's kind of a metallic green, chrome green. If you look at another direction, it's kind of a burgundy. So it's pretty cool. And you get your Rimac logo on the front, you get your inserts for the headlights. Wheels are not too bad, not the best, but they're kind of cool. And you got your detail here on the back for the tail lights with the Nevera logo. This wing is metal for part of the body. For the interior, pretty nice detail. And on the bottom, you got your suspension for this car, and unfortunately, no scale. But you got your nice looking suspension for this one. Well, that's pretty cool. More Mercedes coming this way. Now let's take a look at this new casting, the GLC. This is all the cars you can get in this series here. So far I have the G-Wagon, this one, and this one. I didn't pick these two. I have this one actually. I did not found this one. Anyway, for this car, oh, they put this extra piece here on the back for the tailgate. Interesting. Probably just to hold together. So the camera can focus it back. There we go. So pretty nice opening trunk. Opens very high, unlike Matchbox. So that's pretty nice. Get your details here. So Mercedes, GLC 63 AMG. Tail lights done. Like the wheels, do fit nice for this car. Get suspension, obviously. This is a more premium model. Does it have a scale on it? No scale on it. here, and also the front. Look at this. I like the painting they did on this one. Looks almost like the grill is real. You can see behind it actually all the details. That's pretty nice. And for the interior also looks very nice detail. Hopefully you can see this in the camera, but it's a very nice detailed model actually, and very smooth roller ride also. That's pretty cool. Another car that's new is the CLE in red. I think this one's also available in the more expensive Mercedes line of Majorette that we're gonna see. We'll get to that, but I did not found this one yet. It's kind of the same color but in orange with black stripe. So this one is pretty nice. I like this version, red. Interesting shorts of color for the interior. It's kind of a beige color, nicely detailed. So as you can see, this one have opening doors. They open pretty further, which is pretty nice. Here we go. Let's shut them up. Same thing for the this one. Same kind of same texture as they made for the SUV. Pretty nice. So same details. So insert for the headlights, part of window piece. Nice tempo for the tail lights. Quite a ball exhaust. That means this is a big race car. Also like the wheels. I think they are the same, just painted differently. So that's interesting. And no scale on this one. Same thing for the SUV. This is kind of a bit disappointing, but probably my only complaint for these cars. This one I don't recall if it's new or not. I think it's new because the older AMG casting was kind of a bit different. So anyway, let's take a look at it. It's a nice car. This one is debut in white, so opening doors on this one. A bit stiff on the opening of the doors on this one. And the front grille is pretty nicely detailed, just like the other ones. Now we can take a look at the interior more in detail. Very nice bucket seat on this one. This piece here might be separate, or it might also be the part of the interior, even though that would be very interesting if it was same part of window. So I'm assuming this one's probably more of an individual piece that they put on the back of this car. Nice Italian finish though, this one. Chrome wheels, just like the SUV. And this is the back here with the tail light details. Pretty nice sports car. And with suspension. Okay, the OG Mercedes, the G-Wagon in silver. This is a nice SUV. I really like this one. However, this one was notorious in the back for the hood not opening fully, being a very small opening compared to the other trucks. This one seems to open nicely, definitely better than the other versions, but still pretty limited, so you can only open this further, but definitely works way better than the older Majorette G-Wagon that they were a pain in the butt to open up. You can see here a nice engine bay, open and shut nicely. I like those wheels for this truck, looks very nice. Here's the front. Nice tail light, nice headlights. What I'm doing. Front grille, Mercedes logo. This one seems to have a little bit of a, hopefully it's not a crack, but just a hair. Anyway, spare tire on the back. Very nice. Still an individual plastic piece. And this is the towage, if you want to tow this trailer with your big dollar Mercedes SUV. And of course suspension for this big fella. Very cool truck. And the last one for this series is the 835. This one also looks pretty cool with this matte black finish. Let's open the tailgate. There's this plastic part. Here we go. And look at this thing. Beautiful. A little bit of scratch on the windshield, that's unfortunate. Not a windshield, but the in Windows interior. The trunk open and shut nicely. Nice details again for the badging and everything. Same wheels as the other Mercedes, so I guess it was a theme for this series. There's a scratch on the windshield. That's not great. It's kind of a shame because the rest of the car is perfect. And no scale on this one, but suspension. So pretty nice car overall for the price you're paying. Now for the other Majorette, the more deluxe, should I say, version. I call them premium because they're basically premium Hot Wheels, but from Majorette, so they call them the deluxe version. So nice color for this one. So how do we open this thing? Is it the same as the older version? Okay, we can open it from the back. A little bit of the same story for the I think the Masto speed icons. They were kind of a bit difficult to open up. Let's put this package in the trash bin. So this one comes with a nice collector box. It's a new design, ride cool. It says on ready for the ride on both version of the box. And this is the artwork. I think this is the same artwork as they have on the card. And for the car, pretty nice. This one has rubber tires, so definitely feels heavier in hand. Same feature, opening trunk. And basically same style of tempo work as the other premium cars. But I like those rubber tires. They look very nice. Suspension also. But definitely feels heavier than this one, just for the rubber. So it's pretty cool. Nice car. Next one is the GLC in this racing blue color, interestingly. This package away. So same thing for the GLC, same kind of box, pretty cool. And this is the vehicle itself, opening trunk, shut open nicely. Does it have the same? Yeah, it's the same. Almost thought it was a different casting because I think Mercedes Majorette have two different versions of these SUV. This was the more recent version. They also have the older version of this truck. It was way back with the car that was red from back in the day, and the best one, the G-Wagon, obviously, the best bling bling truck of the world. Famous bling bling truck. Here we go. Let's get rid of this package. Hard work with the box and the SUV. It's the same tint of black as this one. Yep, pretty much the same black as the little car here. Gold rims on this one. They look very shiny, almost as shiny as the M2 chase cars. That's pretty nice. Also have gold accent on the front for the Mercedes logo and the little bracket here on the bumper. I also like the lens on this one. Looks a little bit more crisp for some reason. I don't know if it's because of the body being painted black. Same thing as the silver one. The hood open and shut nicely. So that's a nice. At least they fixed this feature for this these newer G-Wagons. That's nice to know. And on the back here we got your tampos for the G63 logo, and also here on the spare tire. Very nice truck. And overall, Majorette did that very nice job for these vehicles. For this series here, I can show you the back. Got all of these cars. I'm still looking for this one. Really want this one. This one I didn't pick it up. I didn't find it attractive, and I'm gonna be looking also for this one. So I must find these two cars to add to my collection. So for the Majorette, the only one left will be the 1/64 scale cars on these new packaging. So we got your Camaro and these Porsche here. Now these ones, I'm kind of a bit ambivalent for these ones. I kind of don't want to open them up because the package is so nice. Just this one came with a nice acrylic display case. but I don't know. Should I open them? Should I not open them? I'm gonna have to think about it. But what I see here is a very nicely detailed car, and you know what? Screw it. We're gonna open it anyway. We'll open every single other cars. We're gonna have to open it. So I better try to keep the artwork maybe for future display release. Oof. Okay, I think this is a nice compromise. I keep the artwork and now I have the car loose, so we're gonna be able to open them up and fully enjoy the cars. So these comes with a nice acrylic display case. You can see kind of a bit similar to the M2. You have two different boxes. These ones are screw on the base, so we're gonna have to unscrew them, both cars, and take a look at these in deeper look. Unfortunately, these do not seems to have any opening features or anything. They do seems to have rubber tires, so that's interesting. And hopefully these are more detailed than the basic Majorette and the Majorette Premium cars, because these are quite a bit more expensive though. They are pretty much the same price as the M2 and the green light. Don't have that much detail, better maybe they won't be able to keep up, because I do remember like back in the day Majorette did have a kind of a similar series, but they really didn't do so well, and they discontinued the series pretty quickly because these cars, like I said, did not sold very well, especially with all the competition that they have. But so far what I'm seeing is very nice proportion for these cars, and they're claiming these are true 1/64 scale. We have to see about that, but the camera's not focusing well. Come on. So let's take a look at the Camaro first. So overall we have a metal base, metal body. Used to be quite a bit of information on the base of this car. Made in Thailand, rubber tires. Used to be a different mold for the wheels. We got a detailed interior, so no opening parts. Got the individual piece for the tail lights, so probably the same thing for the headlights. Got your side mirrors, which are detailed, and that's pretty much it, with full tampos, of course, and a nice paint job. So I'm not really sure how these are going to do on the overall market. I think these are pretty nice for 1/64 scale models, but them of features and it's pretty limited, so I don't know. I guess only time will tell. Let's take a look at this Porsche next. Same thing for this one. This one's pretty nicely detailed. Fortunately, this one got some scuff on the windshield, but same thing as the Camaro. Separate details for the tail lights. Nice little wing on the back of this one, turbo. Nice rubber tires. Nice details overall. It also inserts for the front. Single side mirrors for this one. And we have large tires on the back for this one, and tiny tires for the front of this one. So I guess for this series here, I'm only going to collect a few cars that might caught my eyes, or are not available in 1/64 scale. But if they are just going to make every other cars that we've already seen in different manufacturers doing it, like I know they did the Bel Air, the Corvette, they did the a few other cars that are already made by other manufacturers, so I'm not really sure. But these two are pretty nice, I'm gonna say. But I guess only time will tell if the series is gonna be successful or not. If you keep them on the box, they do stack together, so that's a good thing. Okay, so final cars for this video. Before I let you go, the speed icons. Let's take a look at this nice Porsche next. This one's the 911 GT2. Not my favorite type of packaging, to be honest. It's kind of a pain in the butt to open up. But yeah, I'm gonna take the scissors for this one. Here we go. Got M out of the package. Unfortunately, I dropped my Ferrari Monza on the floor and I chipped it, so that's very unfortunate. But it is what it is. As far as the casting goes, this is a pretty nice car. This one have the opening tailgate. Hopefully I will be able to fix this paint issue without having to buy another car. This one has the Ferrari emblem on the side. Nice Italian flag racing on the car. And I also like those wheels a lot. This one has suspension. And it does roll very nicely. For the Porsche, same thing. Very nicely detailed car. This one also have wannabe carbon fiber style for the roof tampo, which is pretty cool. Also says Porsche embossed into the wing. It's pretty nice. Inserts for the tail lights and headlights. Of course, suspension. And this one has opening doors, which are pretty cool. Overall, pretty nice cars. I really like these two, and they will fit well into my collection. And the last thing is this weird thing, this package here. 3 cars. I think these are probably Welly, even though it does not say anything on the package under the licensed cars. So, if I can just open this package. It all seems to be very difficult to open now, the package. I'll probably assuming people are going to keep them sealed and never open them up again. That's not the case for today. For this channel, at least. Let's get these cars out. Let's get rid of that extra packaging. Okay. So let's see what kind of details these have. So, to be honest, for $10 Canadian for 3 cars like this, it is quite disappointing. This is kind of a bit Maisto level quality for 3 cars. The proportion of the car is pretty reasonable, especially for a Murcielago. I like the separate wing, but just very basic details on the front, no details on the back. And Unimax, Unifortune says on the base here, made in China. This one's screwed together, strangely. No details on the side of the car. And I don't think this car has an interior either. Seems to be the same thing for the Corvette. Those wheels look too small for this car. Overall, it's not too bad. But yeah, for that kind of detail, I'm expecting this to be less than $3 for the pack. It's really not worth that much money under than this. The Range Rover is also, it's decent, but again. So this is definitely not worth the original retail price for these. So anyway guys, this was my review video for today. Hope you enjoy it. And I will see you in the next Diecast review.